Welcome to the video format of the Entrepreneur Lifestyle Podcast. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to our podcast using the link below. And now enjoy this interview. Today, I'm here with Dr. Sonia Sonia, who is a serial entrepreneur, international speaker, and has spoken in 5 continents. Not only that, she's also a multi-award-winning businesswoman in dentistry in Australia. Sonia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. My pleasure to be here.
Amazing. Now, Sonia is up at 5 a.m. She's very, very committed to doing this. And I've got to say, she looks fantastic right now. So Sonia, tell me, what is your story in 60 seconds or less for the audience to really understand where you've been and where you are now?
My story is I come from a very, very small town of India, and I was the girl who had dreams. Didn't have resources, so I went and found resources to fulfill my dream, and that journey took me to the medical school to then to be a business owner. As soon as I came out of the medical school, then I came to Australia with pretty much nothing and no one around me, and then same thing, chased my dreams up, and then ended up becoming a dentist in Australia, business owner, multi-award winner. Went to international stage and won a couple of beauty pageants as well. So I'm a small town girl who just believes in her dreams and just do whatever it takes to fulfill them.
Wow, amazing. What an awesome intro. So you speak a lot about chasing dreams. What do you think it was that really inspired you to chase your dreams to begin with?
I will say curiosity. What would it be like? I knew nothing about Australia, just that I saw it on Discovery Channel and it had Great Barrier Reef. That's all I knew.
Yes.
Honestly, that's all I knew. When someone said, why don't you go and do your MBA from Australia? And I'm like, yeah, I know the land of kangaroos and, the Great Barrier Reef, and just sold my business, packed my bags and just left. So the big thing was that I wonder what it would be like, the world out there. So that question is just that what keeps me going. That yes, that my dreams, I chase my dreams, but what would it be like if I achieved them?
Brilliant. I love that. And I think that there's obviously a lot of people listening in who are thinking, what would it be like if they achieved theirs and became a business owner and really moved things forward? When you've been on this journey, you've obviously taken part in multiple different businesses. What do you think has been one of the key things that has allowed you to move from business to business and to remain successful in each of the ventures that you've taken forward?
One thing I'll say is not successful in each of the ventures.
Sure.
I've failed a lot.
Yes.
I'm the queen of failures. And I give myself time to sulk about, and then I get up next morning and just get on with it. One thing I will say is belief in myself. Like if I'm opening a business and I'm going to my friends or family or the bank or investors, if I don't believe in myself, how will they believe in me? And yes, sometimes like I'm a sickly optimistic person. Like if someone comes and tells me today that the Stanley origin is hard and it possibly won't succeed, I won't believe them. I just have so much optimism in me. It's just like there is no reason for it to fail. It's like, why would it fail? Yeah. So I think the belief in myself, like people sometimes get sick of it as well. It's like, how can you be so confident that it's going to succeed? And I'm like, yeah, it might take 10 years instead of 5. But if we do whatever it takes and put all the resources, and I'm a little bit, I will say, bit smart now. So I do my risk calculations and things like that as well. Yes. So your belief in yourself is the one key.
Brilliant. So when you are facing these failures and you have these challenging moments where you perhaps question this business and figure out, is this something that I want to do? How do you remain optimistic through those challenging times?
Red wine helps. No, I do get down on those times as well if I face failures. And business is a very dynamic thing. it's not like it's up and down. It's not like a job where it's 8 to 5. So you will, even if my business is successful at the moment, I have ups and downs in the business as well. You sit down, and I literally am more solution focused now, where I will sit down, I will analyze the problem, but I will give myself time. I will give myself, all right, you've got a day or a week to actually figure out what is the actual problem. Sulk about it. If you want to beat yourself up for 4 hours or 5 hours. I give myself some time up to like a weekend, drink red wine if you have to drink red wine. But Monday morning, I don't want to hear about the problem. Monday morning is the solution mode on, and you need to go and find how can you fix it.
Yeah. And I think what's brilliant about that is having that specific period of time that is that limit, right? When I reach that, it's game over. There's no more problem. It's all going to be solution orientated. I think that's so important, because I think there's so many entrepreneurs that kind of sulk in their problems for a long time. Whereas I love how, obviously solution orientated you've been as you've taken on these challenges.
Yes. So, I agree with you. And I think what happens with entrepreneurs as well, we're highly driven. We're very, very driven. We can give up, sleep and parties and friends and family, everything. We need to realize that the other people don't run at our speed.
Yes.
So I think we're so hard on ourselves. If we just keep focusing on problem, the first person we're damaging is ourselves and our belief. And we are sometimes the people who are running the whole business.
Yes. I definitely agree. And one of the things I found fascinating was you speaking about finding balance as a mother, but it's not even that. It's how do you create that equilibrium? Could you explain a little bit about what you mean by that?
There is no balance, right? It's a myth.
Yes.
Honestly, there is no balance. You have to find your own balance in chaos. Like last week, if you look at my house is like a tornado hit my house. It was like literally like the stuff was everywhere. Like I escaped and I took my kids to the shopping center so that I don't have to think about the house because I wasn't game enough to clean the kitchen or clean anything.
Yes.
And that's what you have to do, is like whatever gives you peace and happiness, so do your business. And then whatever gives you peace and happiness, do that thing as well, because that's what's important to calm your mind. Delegate. Like if you can delegate, like order online your grocery, order them in bulk so that your toilet papers are there for like 6 months. Delegate, like, cleaning. I have delegated my cleaning because I don't like cleaning. Delegate stuff to your partner as well. So it's just, it's like, if I want to run a business, I want to be a mother as well. I want to chase my dreams, follow my hobbies, go to gym as well, wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. You're a human and you will fail in that balance, but find it. Sometime like 5 o'clock in the morning, sitting with my cup of tea is my time. And the reason I'm doing it at 5 o'clock in the morning, that after 7 o'clock, there is no time, like kids and school run and everything. So find your balance in it.
Brilliant. I love that. So what have you found has been one of the main reasons why you've managed to maintain an equilibrium? Because I think there's a lot of people at the moment who are feeling burnt out, who are wanting more time. I literally did a post on LinkedIn about how many people are looking for more time. And it's crazy as business owners how we're constantly looking for more time. So how do you really manage it? Is there any secrets that you have or that you found have been really, really effective over the years that you've done this?
I will say two things. One is ask for help. We forget. There is so many people out there who will be able to help you. So ask for help. Just say, hey, can I just drop my kids for 4 hours? And you will be surprised how many people will raise their hands. If I have to, I have to work, I will pick up my kids from school and I have a couch at the back where I give them iPad, which is the digital nanny. And I will say, just give me, I'll finish this meeting and then I'll take you for pizza. So ask for help. Ask people that, can you just help me with the cleaning? Can you help me with the grocery shopping? Can you help me with this stuff or that stuff? One is we forget to ask for help. Second, what I do is I call it theme. I put themes to my day. So I will have, so say, for example, Monday is all my meetings and phone calls and emails day. 2 days a week, I wear clinical hat where I work as a dentist. Friday is my media day. Friday is the day where I do interviews, or I will, write some blog, or I will, whatever related to media or marketing will be my Friday. Saturday is actually my gym, and Saturday is the day where I go for hiking. So I will ask my husband and I will say, can you please make sure you're at home, and I have to go and climb a mountain and see a sunrise. Sunday is my family day where I will go with kids. And it's not strict. So say, for example, if on a Saturday I have to do some work, again, I'm up around 4:30 or 5 in the morning. I'll finish that work so that it's done, and then I will get on with my day.
Yes.
So be flexible in that sense as well, but like make a structure.
Yeah, brilliant. And I love that. And I think that there's so many entrepreneurs that find their own structure on how to do it. I think themes is brilliant. I know there's a lot of people that obviously avid time blockers and just time block everything out and then schedule tasks in those time blocks. I think that themes is really awesome. And certainly fascinating for obviously what you're doing. Now, one of the projects you're obviously working on since I think the beginning of 2020 is Stanley Origin. Tell us a little about this AI-powered sixth sense for wellness.
So with Stanley Origin, what we are planning to do is to measure your stress hormones in real time. My mom got quite sick 12 years ago, and we found out that her liver was damaged 90%. And that's when she started having symptoms, and the doctor gave us a month. She had a month to live, and then we started her on medication. But then I started looking into it and did heaps of research that how come our body doesn't give us any signs until it's so late, or we have stage 4 cancers and all that. And one of the main factor I found, actually two I found, for almost all the chronic disease were stress and lack of sleep. And we all have that. So during COVID time as well, like the stress was everywhere, lack of sleep was everywhere. So imagine if you wear something as a watch, or wear like something in your body which can tell you if what your stress levels are during the day. And one big factor is, if you're doing meditation for half an hour, is it really working? Is it really bringing your stress levels down? The main thing is the lifestyle. That meditation might suit me, but not you. You might need to go for a walk. So every person is different. Whatever your stress levels are, what is actually working to bring them down? What solution you can actually do to bring them down? And it's more like a monitoring or a lifestyle device, not like a diagnostic device. And so I think if I can bring stress levels down, or I will say to an average for human beings, will probably nail most of the chronic diseases in the world as well.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that story. And I think that there's obviously a variety of different factors that obviously impact our health as entrepreneurs and things like that. Have you found any ways in which you have been able to better manage stress? And how do you manage your sleep? Obviously, you're up early. Do you go to bed very early as well? How do you manage those sides of things moving forward?
I do. One of the biggest difference in my lifestyle in the last 4 years is the sleep. I am a person who, with 5 hours of sleep, I'll be fine. And that's how my sleep cycle actually sits. But when I couldn't do everything in my day, the one thing I will sacrifice will be sleep. And I was sleeping almost like only 3 hours. And so I made a change, and not just like I was forced to make a change, because I was like chronically fatigued. So I will go to bed around 8:39, and then I will wake up around 4 in the morning. And now my circadian rhythm, my body clock is so set that I don't need an alarm.
Yes.
I will go to bed around 8:30 and 9. So I'm the horrible person in the parties who is yawning
Sure.
all the time. But then I will wake up at 4:30 and I can do my meditation. I can do my gym, or just sometimes just sit there. I listen to the song. I will turn the YouTube on and I will just sit there with my cup of tea and do nothing.
Yes.
Just my time.
Brilliant, brilliant. I love that. And I think it's very clear. You've obviously got this routines and you found something that really works for you as you,
Yes.
start to build this up. For those listening who have, really been inspired by everything you've shared so far, what is the best way for them to get in contact with you and to, understand more about your journey?
LinkedIn will be the best one. You can message me on the LinkedIn and reach out on LinkedIn. I have an Instagram as well, which is Dr Sonia 3. You can find me there too. Facebook as well. Facebook is very personal, but I will say LinkedIn will be the best medium to reach out to me.
Okay, brilliant. And if there was one message that you wanted to leave with our audience today, what would that message be?
Go and chase your dreams. Do it. Find out what it will be like if they come true, and they will come true.
Brilliant. What a fantastic message to leave on. So for those listening, thank you so much for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.